Good morning, students. So far we have completed the properties of natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and rational numbers with respect to all four fundamental operations. Now we see some of the concepts of 9th class already learned in 8th class. See, what is number rational number? Rational numbers are in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. Numbers which are in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0 are called rational numbers. Here p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. These are all called rational numbers. 3 by 4 minus 7 by 8 11 by 2 minus 5 6 0 1. These are all called rational numbers. Here minus 5 is also a rational number because it can be written as minus 5 by 1. 6 is also a rational number, 6 by 1, 0 by 1, 1 by 1. So every integer is a rational number. Now here you observe these rational numbers: 1 by 2, 2 by 4, 3 by 6, 4 by 8, 5 by 10, 50 by 100 and so on. What do you call all those rational numbers? Maybe fractions. They are equivalent fractions because the value of all these fractions are same. 1 by 2. 2 by 4 means what? 1 by 2 only. 3 by 6, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2 and so on. So if you want to express all these rational numbers 1 by 2, 2 by 4, 3 by 4, 3 by 6, 4 by 8 and so on, we use this 1 by 2 only. So 1 by 2, we represent all these fractions or rational numbers in the form of 1 by 2 only. So a rational number has many forms. 3 by 4, it can be written as 6 by 8, 9 by 12 and so on. These are all called equivalent rational numbers or equivalent fractions. But if you want to express this 6 by 8, 9 by 12 and so on, we express the same in the form of 3 by 4 only. We take the simplified form. So for a rational number we have many forms: 1 by 5, 2 by 10, 3 by 15 and so on. These are all the forms of 1 by 5. They are all called equivalent rational numbers for 1 by 5. So what is the simplest form? 1 by 5 is the simplest form. So if you want to express this 2 by 10 or 3 by 15 on the number line or pictorial representation, we use this 1 by 5 only. Now, so if you want to express a rational number, that rational number should be in the form of p by q, where p and q have no common factor other than 1, except 1. See, 6 by 8, it is not in simplified form because 6 and 8, what are the factors of 6? What are the divisors of 6? 1, 2, 3, 6. What are the divisors of 8? 1, 2, 4, 8. What are the common factors? 1 and 2. So these two are having 2 as common factor in addition to 1. So they are not in simplified form. 6 by 8 is not in simplified form. So we have to express it in the form of p by q, where p and q have no common factor except 1. 2 3s, 2 4. So 3 by 4. So we represent 6 by 8 in the form of 3 by 4, which is in the form of p by q, where p and q have no common factor except 1. What are the common factors of 3? 1 and 3. 4, 1 to 4. What is the common factor? 1. So 6 by 8 can be written as 3 by 4 or should be written as 3 by 4 only. So 6 by 8 is not in simplified form, and the lowest form of 6 by 8 is what? 3 by 4. So if you want to express a rational number 1 by 2, 6 by 12, 4 by 8, 3 by 6 and so on, which are all called equal rational numbers. We represent 1 by 2 only, instead of this 6 by 12, 4 by 8, 3 by 6. Now, how do we represent a rational number on the number line? First of all, we draw a whole number line. How do you draw a whole number line? Draw a line first, mark a point on the line denoted as 0. On the right side of 0, mark points at equal distances. And number those points as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. This number line is called whole number line. But how do you draw into the number line? For the draw a line first. Mark the point 0. At equal distances, mark points either on right side and also on left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the distance of these two and these two must be same. Here -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. This line is called integer number line. Now consider a rational number may be a fraction 3 by 4. In the fraction or rational number 3 by 4, what they call 3? 3 is called numerator and 4 is called denominator. Now we are going to express this 3 by 4 by using diagram, that is pictorial representation, and as well as we use the number line to represent 3 by 4. So draw a circle to represent 3 by 4 pictorially, diagrammatically. Draw a circle with some radius, divide it into 4 equal parts. So this one will be the center. Draw 2 diameters such that they are perpendicular to each other. So now here this circular part is divided into 4 equal parts. So 3 parts out of 4 equal parts. We have to take 3 parts out of 4 equal parts. Suppose if you want to take 3 by 4 part of this maybe circular cake, let it be cake, you have to take 3 equal parts out of 4 equal parts. Here this shaded region represents 3 by 4, and you can represent the same by using rectangle also. Now divide this rectangular portion into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and shade 3 parts. The shaded part represents 3 poles, 3 by 4. Suppose if you want to express 5 by 8 pictorially, divide this rectangular part into 8 equal parts. Divide it into 8 equal parts. And 5 by 8. Shade 5 parts out of these 8 parts. So that's what we call 5 by 8. 5 is, but 3 by 7. Divide this into 7 equal parts first. And shade 3 parts out of 7. So this shaded part represents 3 sevens. Now, how do you represent 3 by 4 on the number line? Draw an integer number line first. 0, 1, 2 and so on. minus 1, minus 2 and so on. 3 fourths. To the right side of 0. Divide each unit into 4 equal parts. Each unit into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this point represents 1 by 4 and this point represents 2 by 4. 1/4 of this one. 2/4 of these 4 parts. Here 3 by 4. Here 4 by 4. This point on the number line represents 3 by 4. So let the point be P. Here the point P on this number line represents 3 by 4. Now take example 1. Page number 3. Represent 5 by 3 and minus 5 by 3 on the number line. Example 1. Represent 5 by 3 and minus 5 by 3 on the number line. Go through the textbook. Draw a number line into the number line. 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on the right side of 0, and to the right side of 0 we mark point minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and so on. 5 by 3 to take the denominator. Divide each unit into 3 equal parts. 1, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So divide each unit into 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now here, this one represents 1 by 3. And whereas 2 by 3. And this one 3 by 3. What is 3 by 3? 1. And this one represents 4 by 3. 5 by 3. 6 by 3. What is 6 by 3? 2. So we got 5 by 3 here. So this point on the number line, let it be P, represent 5 by 3. So here P represents 5 by 3 on the number line. Here minus 5 by 3. So on the right side of 0, divide each unit into 3 equal parts. Here minus 1 by 3. To the right side of 0, we take 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 3, 4 by 3, 5 by 3. To the left side of 0, we take minus 1 by 3, minus 2 by 3, minus 3 by 3, minus 4 by 3, minus 5 by 3, minus 6 by 3. What is minus 6 by 3? Minus 2. What is minus 3 by 3? Minus 1. So your required minus 5 by 3 is this one only. Here let this point be Q. Here Q represents minus 5 by 3 on the number line. Here P represents minus 5 by 3 on the number line, whereas Q represents minus 5 by 3 on the number line. So now we take another example. Seven by 2. How do you represent 7 by 2 on the number line? Draw into the number line. So we need only positive value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Divide each, what is the denominator here? 2. Divide each unit into 2 equal parts. And you have to take 7 parts. It is 1 by 2, it is 2 by 2, it is 3 by 2, maybe it is 0 by 2, 4 by 2, 5 by 2, 6 by 2, what is 6 by 2? 3, 7 by 2, 8 by 2. What is the required number? 7 by 2. Here, 7 by 2 lies here. Let it be P. Here the point P on this number line represents 7 by 2. Now, you take the problems given and do this. See, represent minus 3 by 4 on the number line. Page number 3, do this. First problem, represent minus 3 by 4 on the number line. Draw into the number line 0, 1, 2, 3, or you will take greater distance. Here minus 1, minus 2 and so on. What is the denominator here? Minus 3 by 4, negative rational number. So, what is the denominator here? 4. Divide each unit into 4 equal parts to the right side of 0. No need to take this because it is positive value. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. First one, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is minus 1 by 4, minus 2 by 4, minus 3 by 4, minus 4 by 4. And you can write minus 5 by 4, minus 6 by 4 and so on. No need, because we need only minus 3 by 4. So here, this point P represents minus 3 by 4 on the number line. Now, in the same problem we have second question. Write 0, 7, 10, minus 4 in the form of P by Q. Write 0, 7, 10, minus 4 in the form of P by Q. So how do you write 0 in the form of P by Q? 0 by 1, 7, 7 by 1, 10, 10 by 1, minus 4 by 1. So we express all these numbers in the form of P by Q. Now, example 2. Are the following statements true? Give reasons for your answer with an example. What? Are the following statements true? Give reasons for your answers with an example. Every rational number is an integer. What is the first question? Every rational number is an integer. Example 2. So, in example 2, we have 3 questions. I have to state whether they are true or false, and you must give the reason also. Every rational number is an integer. Is it true? For that, I take a rational number. See, what is the rational number here taken? 3 by 4. Is it an integer? No. Because integer does not contain 3 by 4. Integers consist of what? 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and so on. So, every rational number is an integer. But here I have taken a rational number which is not an integer. So, this statement is true or false? False. Can I take another rational number which is not an integer? Minus 7 by 3. It is a rational number, but it is not an integer. But what is the question? What is the statement? Every rational number is an integer, which is a false statement. Now, second question. Every integer is a rational number. Second question. Every integer is a rational number. Check whether every integer is a rational number. 0 is an integer. 0 by 1, 1 by 1, 2 by 1, 3 by 1, minus 1 by 1, minus 2 by 1, minus 3 by 1 and so on. So every integer can be expressed as a rational number. What do you say about this statement? True or false? True. Now what is the third one? 0 is a rational number. So third one is 0 is a rational number. So can we accept that 0 is a rational number? Yes, because 0 can be written as what? 0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3 and so on. So every 0 is a rational number is a true statement. Now example 4. Express 7 by 16, 2 by 3 and 10 by 7 in decimal form. How do we express 7 by 16, 2 by 3 and 10 by 7 in decimal form? We divide 7 by 16, here 2 by 3, 10 by 7. Now 7 by 16. So 16 by 16 it does not go in 7. 0.0, 64, 70 minus 64, 6, 0, 63, 48, so 12, 0, 16, 7s, 112. What is required to find the division? Multiplication. Tables. If you know the tables, we can easily divide this 7 by 16. So 8, 0. 16 5s, 80. Here the decimal form of 7 by 16 is 0.4375. Here the decimal part, here whole number part, here the decimal part, and this point is known as decimal point. This decimal part contains finite number of digits. Therefore, this decimal is called terminating decimal. If the decimal part of a number contains finite number of digits, then that decimal is called terminating decimal. Now you take 2 by 3. You have to divide 2 by 3 but not 3 by 2. So 3 ones, it does not go. 0.0, 36, 18, 2. Again you put 0. 36, 18, 2, 0, 36, 18, 2, and so on. And so on. So 0, 36, 18. So here, in the decimal part, 6 is repeating. 0.6666 and so on. So the value of 2 by 3, the decimal form of 2 by 3 is what? 0.666 and so on, which can be written as 0.6 bar on 6. What do you call this decimal? Here this decimal is called non-terminating recurring decimal. What is called that? Non-terminating, because in the decimal part the digits are infinite. We get 6666 and so on. So we get infinite number of digits. It is called non-terminating. But in the decimal part, 6 is repeating. A part of the decimal part is repeating. It is called non-terminating recurring decimal or non-terminating repeating decimal. Recurring decimal or repeating decimal, which can be written as 0.666, can be written as 0.6 bar on 6. Now what is the next one? 10 by 7. 10 by 7. 7 1 7 3.0 7 4 28 2 0 7 2 14 6 0 7 8 56 4 0 7 5 35 5 0 40 minus 35 is what? 5 0 7 7 49 1 0 7 1 7 3 0 7 4 28 2 0 7 2 14 6 0 6 0 7 8 56 4 0 7 5 35 5 0 7 7 49 1 0. Here in the decimal part we get infinite number of decimal digits. That is called non-terminating decimal. But in the decimal part we have a block of digits repeating. 1. What is the plot? 0.428571. 428571. 428571. We get 428571 and so on. So 10 by 7 means 1.428571. 428571, 428571 and so on. Which can be written as 1.428571 boron 428571. So here 10 by 7 gives a non-terminating recurring decimal. What is the repeating part here? Recurring part here 428571, 428571 and so on. So now we take some examples. See, 9 by 11. Divide 9 by 11. 0.0. 11 months it does not go in 9. 0.0. 11 8s. 88. 2 0. 11 months. 11. 9 0. 11 8s. 88. 2 0. 11 ones. 11. 9 0 and so on. So in the decimal part we have infinite number of digits. So if you go on dividing, you get 81, 81, 81 and so on. Then this decimal is called non-terminating. But in the decimal part, some of the digits are recurring. What are they? 81. 81. So this 9 by 11 can be written as 0.81 boron 81. As some of the digits are repeating, this decimal is called recurring decimal. So this decimal 9 by 11 equal to 0.81 boron 81 is called what? Non-terminating recurring decimal or non-terminating repeating decimal. Okay? In the next class we go through the remaining examples. Thank you.